Hey, 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 guys. It's your host, Sister Cynthia J. What's happening? What's happening? For those who are on Restream and Facebook Live, go ahead and share, share, share. I do apologize for some technical difficulties here because the enemy wanted to stop what I need to do, but that's okay because I'm on here. The enemy wanted to use technology to shut it down, but yet I am on here. So, for that being said, those who are tuning in on Restream Live and Facebook, please go on ahead, chime, share to friends and family right now. Don't hold back nothing. Right now, I got a little different scenery. Welcome to those who are on Instagram Live as well. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and tag that, share, like, right now. Right now, you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. Thank you for guys coming in and sharing with me today. I'm truly excited what's going on and what's about to happen. Today has been an amazing day, by the way. How is everyone's day today? Let me ask that. How is everyone's day today? I know your day was very prosperous. I know your day was very exciting. I hope you have been going out there encouraging someone today. I hope you've been making moves. I hope you've been staying positive. Staying positive keeps a balance with the negativity as well. So be a light, be seasoned, be saltful, be flavorful. Don't be too salty and don't be bitter. So let's get it started today. I'm not going to keep you on here long, but I am truly excited. And for those who didn't know, yesterday I had a podcast with Amazing Sister on a business, elite business for women. It was very powerful. I really enjoyed it. It was uplifting. It was encouraging. Even if it was out of some people's element, that's okay, because where it will be taking us later is going to help all of us to grow out of our comfortability into something that is uncomfortable and have us content for only a short period of time. So again, thank you guys for supporting yesterday on live podcast with elite business women. It was truly amazing. Again, before I get into the topic, let me also go ahead and put out that this month of March, for the Beautiful But Broken Conference that's happening March 24th through the 26th. I'm truly excited. It is being co-hosted by my spiritual mother, Apostle Dr. Gina Braje, and other amazing, amazing women of God, prophetess, high priestess, whatever, however you deem seem fit to call. It's going to be amazing. I'm actually excited, by the way. I thank God for using me to be able to be a part of it. I give all praise to Yah. Other than that, also check your sister out this coming June for the I Am with my amazing prophetess and sister, White. I'm definitely excited about it. For those who are chiming in this week, if y'all haven't got a chance, y'all hit up and see Sister Wanda out there in the Newport News, Williamsburg area. She's having a large vendor event going on this weekend. So y'all go out there, support. Anyone else have any information, share it. Chime it in. I definitely share our support. Please share my stuff as well. It is really encouraging. Bless you, brothers. Good seeing you on Instagram. So without further ado, and without that being said, let me get on here and get ready and get started. Today's topic is going to be very powerful, but it's so necessary. If y'all know it, if y'all haven't got a chance to look on the top screen, today's topic on episode 11 is: are you, as a Black woman and a Black man, encountering dream killers? Are y'all encountering dream killers? That can be dream killers in your household, dream killers outside your household who tend to taint the inside of your household. Are you encountering dream killers? That is something that we hear a lot, but maybe reword it differently. So go ahead and share this right now. It is necessary. It is needed. We don't want to be on here all day, but we at least want to be able to put it out there to help those who needs to be encouraged. That will actually help those who are in need. It is necessary. It is necessary. It is necessary. Are we encountering dream killers? So y'all be patient with me while I tap on here, send and chime in those who share too. Sometimes when you're out here doing this, you got to share. Again, are we encountering dream killers? Are we encountering dream killers? Think about it, brothers and sisters. Are you encountering dream killers? Every day when you wake up, is somebody dimming your light, messing up your mood? That's something to really think on. Is someone dimming your light or messing up your mood? Are we encountering dream killers? You know, for me, I know I encountered dream killers. I can definitely use myself as a living example because I remember years ago when I was living in College Park, Georgia, and I would go into work and just enjoy my time and just sing. And I love to sing. I love to sing. I love to praise God. I love to encourage. I love to just uplift people, uplift myself. Because, you know, sometimes you got to encourage yourself. And I remember one of these older ladies, and which I was very surprised to even hear from, to hear this, by the way, to be honest with you. And she actually worked in the same company with her daughter. So her daughter was a manager. And I remember her asking me one day, "You always sing?" And I said, "Yes, I always sing." And she said, "Do you ever stop singing? Because it's getting annoying." And I was like, wow, a dream killer. Wow. And it wasn't like she said my singing was bad or anything like that. However, I encountered a dream killer. I encountered somebody who really did not, I guess, desire, nor had the passion to want to hear what was being ministered in my spirit. And it did hurt, because sometimes when people do stuff like that, it hurts you. You feel it. And again, to all my Facebook Live, I apologize. Something happened to my screen, but I'm back. I encountered it and I was very hurt. I was very disappointed. It just made me feel like everything within me just went down, just went completely down. It was like I didn't have no more drive, no more life to just go out and just do what was necessary, what was needed. And with that being said, I had to come to a place eventually where I was like, okay, Cynthia, what are you going to do? How are you going to continue to let people just do you any kind of way? Are you going to let them just do you any kind of way like that? Are you? And I'm glad that I came to a place where I was like, you know what, girl? Shake it off. Shake it off. Push forward. Move on. Throw whatever they placed in you in the garbage, because we ain't running with that. We're not running with that. And with that being said, I was just like, I just can't let this stop me. So if you ever encounter a dream killer, definitely please share in the comment box what things or a situation that you encountered that just put you in a place where you felt like you didn't have the passion anymore, that you felt like it just stopped you and you didn't want to do anymore, because every time you'll go out there, you always had to hear a dream killer just stump your dream. Because your dream is not a dream alone. Your dream is a vision. Your dream is a vision that God, the great divine, the divine source, every other name above every other name that people call our great divine. When you sit back and you think on this, your vision, which is your dream, is what drives people It not only just drives people, but it encourages people. It uplifts people. It puts people in a place where they have that inspiration of faith, where they be like, you know what? I know I got this. I know what I was called to do. So let me get there. Let me get there. Let me get there. Nothing's going to stop me. Let me get there. Let me get there. And that's what we need. So when you don't let no dream killer, man or woman, stop you, take it as a grain of salt what they give you. Take it, turn it positive, and let it ignite you. Let it ignite you. Because if you don't, guess what's going to happen? As you read at the bottom of the screen, for those who are on Restream and Facebook Live and other social media platforms besides Instagram, guess what's going to happen, Instagram? Guess what's going to happen? You become a dream killer and you don't even realize it. You become a dream killer and you don't even realize it. And that's what happens. We become dream killers and we don't even realize it. We don't. We do not even realize we become dream killers. Because when somebody else dream kill you, you end up dream killing others. Look what's going on. I can still use this as a good example. Look at our black people. Of all this turmoil, and even though people say last month was Black History Month, no, Black History is all year long, every month, every day, every second, every minute, every hour, every season. It doesn't matter where you at. Your Black history here in America, your African history in Africa, we all are still family. We still flowing. The current still flowing across the seas. But yet, knowing thy true history, not the one that's been sabotaged and counterfeited, half lie, half true. No, the true divine one. But if you look at it, every time our people try to do something amazing, it was manipulated, it was sabotaged, and it was killed. To the point it killed our spirit, which is a part of our hope, our faith, our drive. They took the fire out with one big, huge wave and put us in a box, because we allowed it in some cases, put us in a box where we can't even get past. Dream killers. And then guess what? Even though you still had some who stayed in still seeing the dream, who stayed and still seeing the vision, the other ones were like, I hear you. Yeah, they hear you, but are they listening? And when they're listening, are they moving with you? No. They heard you, but they was backing away from you, back into that sunken place, back into the sunken place, brothers and sisters. And then guess what? That same sunken spirit turned around and became a counterfeit. You know how people say fake it until you make it. They turned around and faked it with their brothers and sisters until they made it, and they thought they was going to do the same. They made it with master. Well, guess what? They killed the dream of the divine people. Yet, there are people who are out there who are chosen. Who are chosen. And I'm going to put a little bit of it's still going to be spiritual in here with some hardcore physical, but at the same time, a little bit of some religion too as well. Not like the religious Pharisees though. Just scripture. And if you think of the story of Joseph, his brothers, his own flesh and blood. Jealousy and pride, power and control is a dream killer. Jealousy and pride, power and control is a dream killer. Dream killer. Point blank. It kills you physically, mentally, emotionally. And if it gets to that core, it can hit you spiritually and put you in that sunken place if you don't pay attention. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. It can do it. It can do it, people. It can do it, brothers and sisters. And sometimes, if you don't really pay attention, it's so cunning. It slips through the cracks. It slips through the cracks, brothers and sisters. And when it slips through the cracks, you don't even know it's sitting right behind you like a shadow. But my point of using Joseph is because even after pride, jealousy, power and control came in, the power and control, because once he sold, his brother sold him to outsiders. Outsiders, it got comfortable. Some of us get too comfortable with people we think or believe we can trust. We put our trust and our faith in people instead of what it is that they're doing that influences their character, their walk, their talk, the movements of the way they do things. And that is why sometimes, like now, starting this podcast, it wasn't easy. I had to encourage myself. And I thank God for my husband, which, by the way, thank you, honey, for chiming in, for encouraging me, because there's not a lot of Black women out here holding each other accountable. That is the podcast, Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable. Yet, I am still led to include my brothers in here because there are things that our brothers can put forth that will help us grow. At the same time, put some nuggets in there, and then our divine sisters who out here, who are true sisters, who not running around here all discombobulated and all off discord, will put in us correction. It's like hearing people say it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to hold each other accountable. A group of sisters to hold each other accountable. A group of brothers to hold each other accountable. It takes that. So what I say to you, the question is, are you a dream killer? Have you ever killed anybody's dream? Have you ever said anything that will hurt someone's dream? The vision, the divine vision that was given. I mean, come on. I can admit I not necessarily all the way did something where it killed somebody's dream, but I could have almost fully killed it out of anger and frustration. Gotta be careful with that. You have to be careful with that. Like, seriously. Because if you're not careful with it, oh boy, it can be so toxic that it passes through the bloodline. It can even be taught through children, family members, whoever it may be. You know what I'm saying? It's there. It's there, brothers and sisters. It's there. So what can we do about it? What should we do about it? This is a serious matter. It's no joke. It is no joke whatsoever. No joke. So I say to you, don't be a dream killer. Don't let no one kill you, the vision that was given to you. Just because they don't believe in it, don't mean it can't happen. Don't mean it won't happen. Yet it will happen. You just need divine helpers. And that this is something that was talked about last night with my powerful sisters last night. Having divine angelic helpers. Those who really see the heart of the great divine within you. Who see the drive, who know the drive, who love the drive. Like seriously. Seriously. Not everyone is going to be on the same accord with you. They're not. They're not. Some people just like to hear themselves talk. Sorry, they really do. Some people don't want to take wisdom. Some people are too opinionated instead of giving the truth and the facts. I remember growing up, you had people that gave the truth and the facts. You had people that gave you good criticism for a reason. But you took it as bad criticism when it wasn't. It was good criticism to help you grow, to elevate you to your next level, to push you, to drive you. Because they saw something greater than you can even see in yourself. Where else is you going to get that from? Where else you going to get that from? Good question, huh? And I love for those who are on Instagram, but I'm going to share this with y'all who was on Facebook. You see that in the back? LOVE, love. Not everybody has love for you. They don't. Not everybody has love for you. They can say they love you and hate you with a passion. Smiling and chuckling in your face, saying they there with you for the vision given. Yet, they setting up for your downfall. They plotting and planning behind the scenes. They plotting, planning behind the scenes. They are stealing your oil, as we talked about last night and a week ago and this past Monday. You have oil stealers, dream stealers. When they kill your dream, they can also steal it. Yes, they can. Look what's going on now. When I think of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and I may be wrong about this. I may be. But when he did his speech, I had a dream. They knew that dream will cause an impact. So you know what they did? They sent an agent to kill it. And when they killed the dream, they killed him. Then people say, oh no, they didn't kill him. We still, celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Day, his birthday. Yes, it did. Every time you look at what the government, whenever they decide to pass a law or to make a day mandated as a holiday, they kill the dream. Look how they did June 10th. Not everybody really know what June 10th means. Google only going to tell you but so much. You got to go surpass the history. You got to go surpass it. But they only going to tell you but so much. They only going to tell you but so much. Dream killers. They'll kill your dream. And when they kill your dream, they kill you. They might kill you physically, for real. Look what they did to Dr. Martin Luther King. And they killed other great leaders. They killed other great leaders. It's sad. Very sad. They killed other great leaders because they knew the impact it would have. They knew how strong the impact would have. And look what we're going through now. Look at what we are encountering. Look at what we are encountering, guys. They knew the impact it had. They knew. So think about it. Do some people who are dream killers even realize that they're killing the vision of God is using through others? Some do. I believe some really do. We are at different times now. Some do. For real, they know. Others are like in the middle because they may feel a certain kind of way, but they're not trying to talk bad or speak bad or do bad. Yet it ends up having some kind of counter effect. And then they get caught up in it so much that when it comes down to the boiling point and the boiling end, they don't realize that they have caused a dream to be killed. Yes, indeed. They don't even realize it. They don't realize it so much that for the certain percent, I'm going to say the small percentage, that when they do it, it really puts people in a damaging place. Puts people in a damaging place. And with that being said, that is why it's so important to be around individuals who will uplift you, who will encourage you, who will say, there go my brother, there go my sister. We here. If I see you doing something you shouldn't be doing, I'm going to correct it. Like this Prime Week, I was listening to other podcasts and having a discussion with my husband and just listening to some of the things that I was like, wow, too, that he brought to my attention. And I got to give a shout out to my husband. He's amazing. He keeps me up to date. I tell you, it is a duty, a job to really get out here and stay up to date with things that's going on. And so with that being said, while listening to the topics talked about and seeing photos of certain things, and one of the artists that I admire her creativity showed me another side that surprised me. Wasn't judging her. However, I guess you could say or use the word disappointed. Yet it had me to put myself in a place where, okay, the youth is watching us. A lot of us parents, we tend to allow our kids to listen to certain musics, right? Right. And certain music that will uplift, inspire, encourage. So please tell me, why is it that people wait until they go through a midlife crisis, maybe? Or this could have been who they were already was, and it just finally came out of the Cracker Jack box. I mean, one of my amazing artists that I love, that I thought was still amazing. I mean, her music is amazing. Her music spoke the truth, hit the people, really put it in a place where you're like, okay, well, let's do this thing. My people, wake up. And that's Erykah Badu. I mean, I play her music. I've done it here on the podcast. However, I was very, 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 very disappointed on photo that I saw. And it's almost like in my mind, a vision that I had of this beautiful, amazing mother, encourager, birth and doula. She is like all of the above. And to see the photo that I was seeing where her turned around with her daughter, who is now a grown woman, with this particular outfit on, taking butt pictures. And I'm like, man, that just shot my vision of her now. It was like, that shot my vision. And I had to explain to my daughter, because she knows I listen to her music, and I was like, what happened? What kind of twist? What in the world? Like, it's just some things you just as a person who been a visionary, an encourager, inspirational, you shouldn't do. And hey, sister, I see you there, love. Welcome, sissy. It's just certain thing you shouldn't do. And I was just like, oh my God, this just brought my whole vision, my dream just down. And then I was just like, I am not trying to judge you, but now it's like we got to go and rewind back and make some corrections so our kids, and explain some things, because we always out here explaining to kids the do's and the don'ts and why you shouldn't watch certain things, because it dampers your energetic, innocent, pure spirit. And now you're putting something in you that's going to taint you. So now when you get out here in the world, do what you're supposed to do, you don't even realize you're going to be killing your own dream. That's why a lot of people, when they get out here and they get into have these major, huge visions that the great divine has set for them, they don't even see that they kill their own dream. Besides other people killing your dream, you can kill your own dream prematurely. You really can. And we hear this often, but are we really, really listening? We hear this often, but are we really, really listening? And that is a topic I had with amazing sisters yesterday on Elite Business Women. And I thank the amazing sisters who took the time. Like we really came together, and the Holy Spirit was just moving. It was so powerful. I didn't even want to get off. But the things that the Holy Spirit was using us to say, and we didn't even realize we were saying it until at the end. And then to hear a report of those reaching back out and saying, you don't realize what you said, do you? You don't realize how powerful it was. People see you young, but they don't know how old you really are. And this is true. They really don't know how old you really are. And I have so many individuals that I come and encounter with, who I meet. And when I hear them talk about certain topics or come across certain other platforms, whatever it may be, and the things that I hear, it pierces my spirit. And at the same time, it's like, where are you at? Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, where are you at? Where is your mind at? Where is your spirit at? Are you so blocked that you don't even notice you're doing it? Because you're killing that person's dream. You're killing that vision that God placed in them. So when I think of Joseph, if Joseph didn't encourage himself, even when he had his moment heavily during his time in his locked up wilderness, he probably would not have gotten out of his wilderness and stayed on course without the vision God gave him, being killed. That is something so deep that I really, really ponder on so much, because sometimes when people come out here and they're tainting our dreams, and some of it's our fault because we're allowing it, instead of reevaluating and assessing the situation around us, in our homes, in our workplace, in the ministry, wherever you are and whatever you are doing, pay attention to that. Even in your family, we talk about these topics like this all the time, but family can be a dream killer too. They really can. And it can come in different dynamics. It has many agendas. It's not just one side. Because a lot of times you hear this topic come up and people will have a discussion. They will only say it one way. And then you hear another topic discussion later on, they will say it another way. But it's a whole overall. It's a whole overall. It really is. And that is how dreams can be killed, by the first people that you love the most. The first people you love the most become dream killers. Yes, they do. They really do. But for those who are not dream killers, think about it. Think about those who are not dream killers in your life. Think about if you're a dream supporter. Are you a dream supporter? Do you support the vision that God gave to your brother or your sister or your cousin or your auntie or uncle, or a spiritual brother or sister across seas somewhere else? I thank God for those who he brings my way, because he has connected me with some amazing brothers and sisters of God, even across seas, that I hadn't even met in person yet. We just FaceTime. We FaceTime all the time and be praying together, worshiping together, laughing together. My God, the fire that I feel when we together, whoo, Jesus said, the fire that I feel when we're together is more powerful than I've ever felt anywhere else besides when I'm in the house of God. And it's like I get filled up, then I'm empty back out. Then I'm filled back up, then I'm empty back out. And it's a repeated cycle, and I feel so brand new. I feel so brand new. So for those who are online, think about that. Do you see yourself? Hey, sister, I see you, beautiful. Do you see yourself a dream supporter? Because if you do, stand up for yourself. Do you see others who are like you, dream supporters, who see the vision in you, who uphold the vision in you, who love the vision in you, who get excited with you? Man, when you have those kind of people, you don't want to let them go. They're loyal. They're loyal to the vision. They are loyal to the dream/vision. They are loyal. And when they realize that themselves through divine connection, it is just beautiful. I love you too, sister. High vibes. Yes. High vibes. Because it bounces off. Like they say, the vibrations, they just bounce. The fire, it bounces. And you need that to go bounce off of somebody else and bounce before you know it. That's when unity comes in. And you yearn, you get hungry for it more and more and more and more. To the point sometimes you can't even contain it. You can't. And you need those kind of people around you. You have to be that kind of person. I said this to a sister, I think it was about a week. Was it a week ago? About a week ago. And she was so excited. And she was like, "Oh, I'm ready to be a minstrel." And I said, "Do you really know what a minstrel is?" I said, "A minstrel duty is beautiful, it's powerful, but it's heavy to carry. It's beautiful, it's powerful, yet it's heavy to carry." She looked at me like this. I said, "It is." Exactly, sister. Circle of influence is so important. It is. The circle of influence is very important. That's why when you have a good circle, you have to remind each other certain things, teach each other certain things, and also be a student to receive teaching too. And that's what I said, last night on another podcast show, like I said, with a group of sisters. I said, to be the greatest student, you have to be willing to listen. The student become the greatest and they become the master teacher. Then the master teacher becomes the greatest student. When all of this comes together, you see the wisdom out of it. You see the growth out of it. You see the encouragement out of it. You see the uplifting out of it. You see the move out of it. And it comes in a dynamic of, just imagine a big ball of fire sitting in your hand if you have superpowers. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You're like seeing movies. You see the ball of fire just get bigger, 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 bigger. That's the kind of thing you need in your circle. You don't need nobody that's going to dampen that dream. You need people that's going to encourage that dream, that vision, and uplift it high like the sun. Uplift it high like the sun. Because if not, it will taint you and you will taint someone else with it. And you do not want that. It will taint you and it will taint someone else with it. And sometimes that tiny little seed gets planted and we're unaware of it. That tiny little seed gets planted, we're unaware of it. So remember, when you are a dream supporter and you continue to encourage others in that vision, all of a sudden you become a dream supporter who is a divine helper. A divine helper. So divine that you don't even realize it. All of a sudden your name is being whispered in other people's ears. Other people are watching you. You don't even know they're watching you. They may not hit on your post and hit like. They may not share. But all of a sudden, you'll be like, where these other people hear that from? Where you hear that from? Then you ask them, oh, so-and-so told me and they said they watch and listen. But you know, when you watching and you're doing what you're doing, you don't even see that person around. That's why they say always be watchful of who's watching you. Always be watchful who is watching you. Because you want to be able to season well. Because sometimes them type of people, they be watching to look to see if you gonna fall. You got that right, sister. Even with their fake accounts, they're watching. Come on. Woo, my God. I love that. Even with their fake accounts, they are watching. Come on. And that was another thing I talked about. We was talking about artificial intelligence and Meta. They are controlling Instagram because, you know, Facebook and Instagram are same people. Meta, artificial intelligence. They, every time you go to post, every time when you up here to do lives, they want to control it. And they know you are aspiring. They see the light in you. They know that you know. They know that you know. So then they creating fake accounts, hacking people's accounts, start posting stuff, hacking other people's account, posting crazy stuff. And you'll be looking like, what is the word? And you realize that account is hacked. So then they try to hack your life. They try to hack what you got because they desire what you got. But see, they don't understand the order that you carry. They don't understand the vision that God gave you that you carry. So let them try to hack it all they want. But it's going to be a certain limit to where they can only go. And that is why it's so important. When you hit that level of divine helper, you continue to stay as a divine helper. Sometimes you got to separate yourself from individuals for a while. At your workplace. Even at home, you got to go on vacations. Like yesterday, I was listening to William Moore Jr., what he was saying. And the subject is a little different because he was talking about marriage. And, you know, sometimes you're so busy that you don't have time for yourself. You don't have time when it's just time for you and your partner because you always, if you're a husband, you're always husband, dad, working, mother, wife, sister, auntie, whatever you want to call it. You wear many hats. So you really don't have a time to like take a break when you need to. You have other obligations. You might got a job where they're expecting you to have a project due at a certain time. And if you don't do it and you get in trouble or they want to fire you. God bless you, Sister Ryan. I see you, love. They want to fire you. And then you get into that place where you feel, oh my God, I lost my job. Oh my God, this and that. Because you haven't surrounded yourself with the right circle, as our amazing sister said. Be around a circle of influence. Because your circle of influence are your divine helpers that will encourage you to get to where you need to go. I myself have come so far. I've come so far that people don't even know my story. That's why when God gave me that song, my story is for your glory. They don't know my beginning, my middle, my end. They don't. And they don't know the beginning again. They don't. Nobody knows your beginning, your middle, your end, and your beginning again. They don't know your time and season that God has prepared for you. because you don't even know it. But all you know, what you do know, is that I need to be a dream supporter, a divine dream helper, and not a dream killer. We've been having so many people killing our dreams in our community, killing our dreams and our children. Look at our children right now. They all over the place. Think about it, to the mothers out there. When we first get pregnant, we conceive and we thank God for our child, the visions and the dreams and the aspirations we have for our children. It's like, oh my God, can't wait till you get older. I have you, baby. You're going to be this, you're going to be that. You're speaking, you're decreeing, you're declaring, and you're moving with it. Then all of a sudden, once your child gets a certain age, they go to school, especially like out here in these public schools, and we're being so to the point, what's the word I desire to use? We are so to the point we're in this box of limitation with rules and regulations, laws and policies that the people that created them don't even follow themselves. And then you go and have your child in the hands of someone else out there in these educational places. And then don't get me wrong, out there for the teachers who are out there who are really, really, really educating our children with truth, I applaud you. This is no offense to you. But for those who are in school boards, you know who you are and you know who you are not in that category are. So with that being said, I see the children when they come back. And when school ends and summer begins, and it won't even be a week later, I'm asking them questions. Everything they're supposed to learn in school, they don't know. I ask them, do you know A, B, C, and D? No, I don't know that. They didn't teach us that in school. What? What? They dream killing your kids, feeding them with lies so that they continue to be those worker bees. They dream killing you, and half time you and I didn't even realize it. They were dream killing us. That is why it's so important as parents do not get comfortable. Brothers and sisters, and this goes for even us being parents to our children. This goes for us even educating ourselves. That's why the Bible tells us, my people perish by the lack of knowledge, and that we need to educate and improve ourselves. And it takes more than just a book alone. It takes us to go outside of our household, evangelizing, meeting and mingling with brothers and sisters and networking to understand the characters that we deal with, to help those who've been stuck in certain characters that they shouldn't have been stuck in at all, but they only gone by what they were taught, the environment that they were in and what they lived in. That is why it's so important. Don't know how much to stress it. Important that even for my sisters, we need to be mindful of how we carry ourselves. And that comes in so many dynamics when I use that word, how we carry ourselves, our character, our outside appearance, our inside appearance, your mind, your heart, your spirit, and your soul. Even to my brothers, same thing. Because sisters, we need our men to teach our sons to be men. And yes, it's hard out there because for some of them, they were never taught to learn how to be a man. They just only know what they know. But when I go out here and I see the children, because I'm that neighborhood mom out here in the streets, guys, in the community. That auntie who, if I see my little one run, no running. And don't have to worry about parents helping correcting the child. But when they grow up, they will learn to be dream supporters. They're going to think back to those who helped them become who they are. Because I did, and I continue to do. I had seen one of my old principals I haven't seen in years last year. Do y'all know she still look amazing? I mean, I had to look back at her husband, both. Oh my God. And I wish I could share their photo, but I made a vow that I wouldn't. When I looked at her, I was like, oh my God, she's glowing. She's beautiful. Her husband's handsome, skin glowing, looking fat. I mean, tight. Tight. And I'm like, you know what? God, that's me. But you still got to be careful what you ask for, they say. Still got to be careful what you say, what you ask for, because you'll get it. But I was like, wow. And I told her, I said, back then, when I was in high school, there was this, maybe some of you guys know of this store back in the day called Fashion Sense. They used to have all kinds of clothes for the women. Kind of like, well, not like a rug warehouse, but it was Fashion Sense was more like Rainbow, and what's the other store? It used to be real good? Dots. I know my ladies out there know these stores. And the clothing was really like, the price on the clothes was cheap, but you did pay with your money what you got. And I remember this 2-piece set I had. It was a vest. It was like a peakish vest with a peakish skirt. And back then, if whatever school you went to, if it was too short, it had to be fingertip length. Now, there's some girls back in the day who was small, had short arms and short fingers, and their skirts was short. I mean, short, guys. But somebody like me got long arms and long fingers. Yes, indeed, Doc, exactly. And I remember walking into school just thinking I'm cute, just knowing yeah, girl, you like my new clothes? I love to dress different. I used to be like, dressed like the girls off of, what was that movie? Clueless. Yes, like Clueless back in the day. And I would flip my clothes around like that. And so I remember Miss Means, who was the principal at the time back in the day, she pulled me to the side and she said, baby girl, I have to kindly tell you to do fingertip length. Fingertip length with your skirt. So I did. I tried to pull it down, and she was like, we have to cover you up with another skirt. Do you have anything else to wear? I was confused. I was like, that girl's got skirts shorter than me. I mean, girl skirts was short to, you know how the butt cheek end? Lord, forgive me for what I'm saying, but where the butt cheek ends at the bottom, or some people say begin, their skirts will be that short. That short. And mine was only above the knee, like 2-3 inches away from the knee. But my fingertips went past it. And I had to wear this long, old timey skirt, blue. Remember how back in the day when people make skirts, they had that little waistband that wrinkled up and the long skirt, and they had a little split in the back of the skirt, but the front still straight. And then it looked like it could go down near your calves. I had to wear that. I had to wear that around the school all day long. And I didn't think that was right. I didn't feel like it was fair. I thought she picked on me because I had 2 twin cousins who were very popular in school, who were very good in basketball. My 2 male cousins. And I thought because she knew them and they upheld their image so well that she put me on that high pedestal as well too. And then later on during the years, as God revealed things to me, that's when I realized that's not what she was doing. She was not only showing me how to be a young lady, but she knew the background I came from. She saw my heart. And she knew how beautiful I was, because she said it out of her mouth, "You too beautiful to show your curves, to show what you have." Ladies know how to be a mystery. Who would ever know just that little bit of her putting in me and what she saw in me will elevate me in the vision that I'm in now? Every little nugget played a part. Every little seed helped increase me. I've had some discouraging dream killer seeds, and I had a heck of a lot of divine dream supporters. Just that seed they planted in me. And look now, I go out here and I tell the kids, don't do this, don't do that. When you do this, people looking at you like you're dumb. People looking at you like you're stupid. I'm telling you, that's what they're saying. That's what they saying, and you don't even realize it. So I share that with you because we have to be a dream helper, a dream supporter. Support the ministry of your man and woman of God. Support that brother and sister that you know and you know that book they wrote is going to inspire. It's going to uplift because you don't even realize when you do that, you are connected in that dream vision. I didn't back then. I can admit to that. I can admit to that. I continue to always use myself because I have encountered a lot, beyond a lot. You don't hear me talk about my story like that. But I thank God I'm alive here to share it with you. And for those who do know, for those who are online right now who do know majority of my stories, you know how far I've come. You know how many people hated on me because the life that I spoke, the walk that I was walking, the determination that I had. I have that spirit of David, the spirit of Esther. Nobody can shake me. You might knock me down, but you can't shake my root. You can't even pull it. Because that's how steep it is for God. That's how steep it is for my people. That's how steep it is that I desire the best for others because I see what's in others. I love what I see. I see the creativity, the uniqueness. So to my brothers and sisters out there, be careful of dream killers. And if you see them, you better move the other way. If they keep coming to you, you better put a stumbling block right in the middle of them and a shield and tell them back away. I don't deal with dream killers. Tell them immediately, you're a dream killer. Once they start talking that yeah, you tell them you're a dream killer. And they gonna sit there and tell you, oh, I ain't dream killer. I'm just saying, no. If they're not encouraging or helping you or giving you good advice, they are a dream killer. It's once in a while, it's okay when you have people say, well, are you sure this is what you really want to do? And they ask you 3 times and you say, I'm sure. Okay. Because think about it. When Christ asked Peter the same question 3 times, and he told him what would happen when the crows would crow. But yet he was still faithful to God. So put yourself around people who are divine believers in the walk. Have yourself around people who are loyal to the cause and the vision, because they will show that they're loyal even to themselves and that they love themselves just as much as they love you. Be around people who will uplift you and not talk about you behind your back. Be around people who will support you and share your stuff and don't just sit back and watch. Be around people who will always check on you. It could be too much from that. They still check on you. And when they check on you, you can feel the love in the atmosphere. Doesn't matter if they don't check on you every day. You ever been around that person when you haven't seen them in 5 months, maybe a year or 2, and you can talk like it seemed like yesterday? Those are the kind of people that are good for you. Those are the kind of people that love you. Those are the kind of people that are there for you. Those are the kind of people that will show you and revive to you, reveal to you, love on you, and support you in all that you do. So I leave you with this. Be careful of dream killers. Do not let them taint you to becoming a dream killer. Always keep your heart pure. Always love with no intentions that will harm yourself or others. And just know you're not alone. So I thank you guys for tuning in today. I love you guys. If you haven't got a chance, go on my platform on my Linktree /CynthiaJ.gospel. You will see my podcast is up there. Share support. I thank you guys for those who actually take the time to listen and to support me, your sister. If you have anything that you would like to share, post, share it in these comments so that others can see your gifts and your talents that you have. Also, don't forget this March, at the end of March, we have a conference, Beautiful But Broken. My spiritual mother is the host of it, Apostle Dr. Gina Abraje, and many other powerful women of God and prophetesses are tuning in. It's not only for women. The Holy Spirit switched the game and said, hey, bring the men too. See, you can't play around with God because he'll have you flip. There also vendors are going to be there. If you are interested, check out my Facebook page and my Instagram. I will post it back up there for you to be able to register. The registration is $100 for the whole 3-day weekend. If you are a vendor, if you have products and services you would like to use, so come out and check it out. I will share that information once I get off on here. I'll definitely share that information to you guys. And again, check out my platform if you're on Facebook and if you're on Instagram Live. I will post it up there for you to check the register for vendors. The event itself is free though, but for vendors, it's $100 fee. So I haven't checked in to see if it was any more space or not. But what I do know is I'm excited for anybody that has crafts. I see some people on here that got some crafts. You got craft of gift hands. So come on out March 24th through the 26th. I've been posting it. So I posted it again today. Also, check your sister out if you're in the Greensboro, North Carolina area, June 3rd weekend. I'll be with my amazing sister and prophetess, September White, who is having the I Am conference for those who are healing and deliverance, who've encountered domestic violence abuse. She is also having vendors there too. She's selling tickets, I believe, for $45 and $75 for vendors. And Greensboro, North Carolina, at the Greensboro, North Carolina Hampton Airport, Hampton Inn Hotel Airport. So come out there, June 3rd. You don't want to miss it. I also been posting that on my platform as well. And keep a lookout for what God has. Oh, before I forget, last but not least, I posted it all day and I'm still excited. They say, where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, there is he in the midst. Even just somebody thought of your sister. Somebody loved this sister right here so much that they nominated me for the Gospel Choice Awards. So I am so grateful. Even when people think my song is not hitting, you might not see a lot of views on YouTube. But let me share something with you. You go on Facebook right now on your storyline, and any flyer that you use for your business, and you look up your sister's name when you want to share music to your flyer and your storyline, my story is for your glory. You're going to see a fire icon next to it. Promote it and share it. And I will give you a shout out for your business wherever you are at. Every time on here, on this platform. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. So March 10th, the voting starts for your sister or Gospel Choice Award. I already put the link, the website in, the link on my page on Facebook and on Instagram. I may try to connect it to my Linktree so people can make it easier for them. Because I know some people are not on social media, and especially the elders. Not everyone is technology savvy. So forgive me, elders. But other than that, it's an unlimited vote. Vote every minute, every second, every hour, every day. If you got to vote 20 times, hit that vote. because I'm excited. And even if, God will, if I receive the next finalist nomination or not, I'm just grateful. Somebody's thinking of me to nominate me. To be nominated twice for God in Music Award, last year for the Stella, this year for the Gospel Choice, the second time in a row. That means that wherever I'm going, that nomination is going to get me there, not because of me, but because of God. Not because of me, but because of God and you, because you are supporting the vision that God has. Because what I do is not for me alone. It's not for me alone. I'm just a vessel willing to do the will of God. So I love you guys. Thank you, Cece. Thank you, Ryan. I see you there. Oh my God. And definitely thank you, Natasha, my girl, my sister. I miss you, girl. I miss all of you guys. Like seriously, for real, for real. One of these days, I need to have another event where I get to see all my sisters together. But I love you guys. Be blessed. May the Lord be with you. May the ancestors be with you. Namaste, assalamu alaikum, shalom to all those out there, ma'atep to my brothers and sisters, peace and love. Have a blessed night. And remember, you are a dream divine helper, not a dream killer. Stay blessed. Peace and love, brothers and sisters.